Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Dear students, in this video we are going to introduce books about quantum mechanics. Okay. So we start from upwards. Okay. This is the first book, okay, which I have selected. Okay, these books are saved in my computer since long. Okay, CL Tang, this is author's name. Okay, Fundamentals of Quantum Mechanics for Solid State Electronics and Optics. Okay, Fundamentals of Quantum Mechanics for Solid State Electronics and Optics. Its author is CL Tang. Okay, Cambridge University Press. Okay, Fundamentals of Quantum Mechanics for Solid State Electronics and Optics, CL Tang, Cambridge University Press. This book was published in the year 2005. Contents. Okay, chapter number 1, Classical Mechanics versus Quantum Mechanics. Chapter number 2, Basic Postulates and Mathematical Tools. Chapter number 3, Wave-particle duality and de Broglie waves. Chapter number 4, Particles at boundaries, potential steps, barriers and in quantum wells. And in means and potential steps and barriers in quantum wells. Okay, chapter number 5, the harmonic oscillator and photons. Chapter number 6, the hydrogen atom. Chapter number 7, multi-electron ions and the periodic table. Chapter number 8, interaction of atoms with electromagnetic radiation. Chapter number 9, simple molecular orbitals and crystalline structures. Chapter number 10, electronic properties of semiconductors and the p-n junction. Chapter number 11, which is the last chapter of this book, the density matrix and the quantum mechanics Boltzmann equation. Okay, this is the last chapter. That is, this book contains 11 chapters. Index is given at page 205. Now we move to second book. Okay. Dear students, there are two editions. Okay, one edition contains 570 pages and one 513 pages. We open both these. Okay, first we open the book which contains 513 pages. Okay, modern quantum mechanics. Okay, modern quantum mechanics by J.J. Sakurai. Okay, J.J. Sakurai. it appears this is perhaps Indian author. Okay. Revised edition modern quantum mechanics, revised edition J.J. Sakurai, San Fu Ton editor. Okay, no. Edison Wesley Publishing Company. Okay. This book has copyright of 1994. Okay. Preface. Actually, this is just a first edition. This is the photo of that Indian author J.J. Sakurai, who was born in 1933 and died in 1982. Okay. Now we have a look at its fundamental contents. Okay. Contents: chapter number 1, fundamental concepts. Chapter number 2, quantum dynamics. Chapter chapter number 3, theory of angular momentum. Chapter number 4, symmetry in quantum mechanics. Chapter number 5, approximation methods. Chapter number 6, identical particles. Chapter number 7, scattering theory. And then appendix begins, and index is given at page 491. Okay. Now we open other book which has pages 570. We see what is the difference in these two books. Okay. Perhaps this is mistakenly some other book. I see what has happened. I think this is not by mistake. This is the also this is actually this is second edition. Okay, dear students, the book which we opened last time was also of the same author, but that was first edition, and then that first edition was revised in a proper manner. Okay, that was not second edition. This is the second edition of that book. Okay, not revised first edition. Okay, in first revised edition there was only one author, that is J.J. Sakurai, but in this second edition another writer, Jim Napolitano. Okay, I do not say that I am pronouncing his name correctly. Pronunciation may be slightly different. Jim Napolitano. Jim Napolitano. Okay. Pearson is its publisher. Modern Quantum Mechanics, second edition. Modern Quantum Mechanics, second edition, Edison Wesley. Now we see when this book, okay, yes, copyright 1994 2011. It means its first edition was published in the year 1994, while this current edition, second edition, was published in the year 2011. Okay, Pearson, Edison Wesley. Now we come towards contents. Chapter number 1, fundamental concepts. Chapter number 2, quantum dynamics. Chapter number 3, theory of angular momentum. Chapter number 4, symmetry in quantum mechanics, approximation method, scattering theory, scattering theory, identical particles, relativistic quantum mechanics, and index is given at page 537. Okay. Now, dear students, this book is very important, is taught all over the world. This author has written some other books too, like David J. Griffith. Actually, his book Electrodynamics is more popular than this book. Uh, and one or at least two books are more from this author. One book is regarding physics in 20th century, that is a less than having 200 pages, and one book is about particles, particle physics. Okay, anyhow, we do not go in detail of other books by this author. We just open it's two editions have been given here. Okay, one edition, first we open previous edition. Okay, then we will open new edition. Okay, we see in introduction to quantum mechanics, David J. Griffiths. Prentice Hall is the publisher. Okay, this book was published in the year 1995. 1995. It means this is older edition. Okay. Chapter number 1, the wave function. Chapter number 2, the time independent Schrodinger equation. Chapter number 3, formalism. Chapter number 4, quantum mechanics in 3 dimensions. Chapter number 5, identical particles. Part 2, applications. Chapter number 6, time independent perturbation theory. Chapter number 7, the variational principles. Chapter number 8, the WKB approximation. Chapter number 9, time dependent perturbation theory. Chapter number 10, the adiabatic approximation at page number 323. Chapter number 11, scattering, and index is given at page 386. Okay, this is older edition of this book. Okay, now we open the book which is the later edition of this book. Okay, this is yes, this is the our required book which we will follow in our upcoming video lectures. Okay, introduction to quantum mechanics, 3rd edition. Okay, when this is 3rd edition, then definitely the book which we opened last time maybe 1st or 2nd edition. Okay, David J. Griffiths, and co-author is Darrell F. Schroeter. Okay, this is the similar case when we opened book of quantum mechanics by Sakurai. We observed that first edition was by only one author who was the main writer of the book, and subsequent edition was accompanied by another co-author also. Okay, so similar is the case here. Previous edition was just simply only by David J. Griffiths, while its subsequent edition has been co-authored, has been accompanied by another author whose name is Darrell F. Schroeter. Introduction to Quantum Mechanics, 3rd edition, Cambridge University Press. Dear students, we will focus on this book much more than other books. Okay, so now we come towards its contents. Okay, the wave function, time independent Schrodinger equations, formalism, quantum mechanics in 3 dimensions, identical particles, symmetries and conservation laws, time independent perturbation theory, the variational principles, the WKB approximation, scattering, quantum dynamics, afterward chapter number 12. This is the last chapter, and then appendix begins. Okay, so now we move to next book. Dear students, this book is relatively old, and its print is also not very clear. Quantum physics. Quantum physics of atoms, molecules, solids, nuclei and particles. Okay, quantum physics of atoms, molecules, solids, nuclei and particles. Second edition. Its author is Robert Iceberg. Okay. Copyright 1974-1985. Okay. Now, it means only 2 editions have been published. First was in 1974, and other in 1985. Okay. Okay, contents. Thermal radiation and Planck's postulate. Photons, particle-like properties of radiation, de Broglie's postulate, wave-like properties of particles, Bohr's model of the atom, Schrodinger's theory of quantum mechanics, solutions of time independent Schrodinger equations, one electron atoms, magnetic dipole moments, spin and transition rates, magnetic dipole moments, spin and transition rates. Chapter number 8. Chapter number 9, multi-electron atoms, ground states and X-ray excitations. Chapter number 9. Chapter number 10, multi-electron atoms, optical excitations. Chapter number 11, quantum statistics. Chapter number 12, molecules. Chapter number 13, solids, conductors and semiconductors. Chapter number 14, solids, superconductors and magnetic properties. Chapter number 12, nuclear models. Chapter number 16, nuclear decay and nuclear reactions. Chapter number 17, introduction to elementary particles. Chapter number 8, more elementary particles. Okay, and then index. Okay, this is the next book. Quantum physics, 3rd edition. Okay, quantum physics, 3rd edition, Stefan Gasiorowicz. Okay, Stefan Gasiorowicz. Previously we have seen a general physics books in which this writer was present among 3 authors. Okay, Stephen Gasiorowicz, Quantum Physics, third edition. Stephen Gasiorowicz. Stephen Gasiorowicz. Perhaps here C may be silent, Gasiorowicz, but I do not, I am not very much clear at this point. Anyhow, copyright 2003, John Wiley and Sons. Okay. Okay, yeah. The emergency of quantum physics, wave particle duality, probability, and the Schrodinger equation, eigenvalues, eigenfunctions, and expectation postulate, expansion postulate, one-dimensional potentials, the general structure of wave mechanics, operator methods in quantum mechanics, angular momentum, the Schrodinger equation in 3 dimensions, and the hydrogen atom matrix representation of operators, spin, the time independent perturbation theory, the real hydrogen atom, many particle system, about atoms and molecules, time dependent perturbation theory, the interaction of charged particles with the electromagnetic field, radiative decay, radioactive decays. Perhaps this is a mistake. Radiative decays, radioactive decays, radiative decays. Okay. Selected topics on radiation, collision theory, entanglement and its implications. Index is given at page number 333. Okay. Now we open next book. Introduction to quantum mechanics, Schrodinger equation and path integral. Introduction to quantum mechanics, Schrodinger equation and path integral. Harald J. W. Muller Kirsten. World Scientific is its publisher. This book was published in the year 2006. Okay. Contents: introduction, Hamiltonian mechanics, mathematical foundations of quantum mechanics, Dirac's cat and bra formalism, Schrodinger equation and Liouville equation, quantum mechanics of the harmonic oscillator, Green's functions, time independent perturbation theory, the density matrix and polarization phenomena, the quantum theory, the general formalism, the Coulomb interaction, quantum mechanical tunneling, linear potentials, classical limit and WKB method, power potentials, screened Coulomb potentials, periodic potentials, and harmonic oscillator potentials. singular potentials, large order behavior of perturbation expansions, the path integral formalism, classical field configurations, path integral and instantons, path integrals and bounces on a line, periodic classical configurations, path integrals and periodic classical configurations, quantization of systems with constraints, the quantum classical crossover as phase transition, summarizing remarks, and then index is given at page number 797. Now we move to next book. Okay, next book is Malcolm Longair. Malcolm Longair. Malcolm Longair, quantum concepts in physics. Okay, quantum concepts in physics. An alternative approach to the understanding of quantum mechanics. Okay, an alternative approach to the understanding of quantum mechanics, Cambridge University Press. Here again, quantum concepts in physics and an alternative approach to the understanding of quantum mechanics, Malcolm Longair. Okay, Malcolm, Malcolm. In my opinion, this L should be silent. Malcolm Longair, 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 Malcolm Longair. Cambridge University Press. This book was published in the year 2013. Now we have a brief look at its contents. Chapter number 1, Physics and Theoretical Physics in 1985. Okay, Physics and Theoretical Physics in 1985. Planck and black body radiation, Planck and black body radiation, Einstein and quanta, from 1900 to 1911. Okay, 11 years the story. Okay, then the Bohr model and the hydrogen atom, then Sommerfeld and Ehrenfest generalizing the Bohr model, then Einstein coefficients, Bohr's correspondence principle, and the first selection rules, understanding atomic spectra, additional quantum numbers, Bohr's model of the periodic table and the origin of the spin, the wave particle duality, the collapse of the old quantum theory and the seeds of its regeneration, the Heisenberg breakthrough. Okay, matrix mechanics, Dirac's equation mechanics, Schrödinger wave mechanics, reconciling matrix and wave mechanics, spin and quantum statistics, the interpretation of quantum mechanics, the aftermath, and then index is given at page 436. And remaining books of quantum mechanics will be discussed in next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz.